Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today this video is about Microsoft's Windows 11 Insider Preview build, 22631.2262, which is released to the beta channel. As a reminder, insiders previously on build 22624 will automatically get moved to build 22631 via an enablement package. The enablement package artificially increments the build number for the update, with new features getting rolled out and turned on to make it easier to differentiate from devices. With the update with features off by default, this approach is being used for the beta channel only and is not indicative of any changes or plans for final feature rollouts. Insiders who landed in the group with new features turned off by default build 22621 can check for updates and choose to install the update that will have features rolling out build 22631. Before starting with this build, there is an important notification about the Check for Updates button issue. Due to the bug in the previous beta channel flight, the Check for Updates button does not appear as expected under Settings, Windows Update. As a workaround to get this update immediately, you can open Windows Terminal, or the Run dialog, and enter the USO Client Start Interactive Scan command, which will perform the same function as clicking the Check for Updates button in Windows Update. Note that running the command will not display any output. To confirm that the operation was successful, you can run the command while the Windows Update settings page is open. You should see your device checking for updates. Once you're on this new build, the Check for Updates button will appear again as expected. Without doing this workaround, this new build will install automatically on its own over the next day or two. Now starting with this build, and talking about what's new in this build. Firstly, we have the new Settings homepage. Microsoft is introducing a new homepage in Settings that offers you a dynamic and personalized experience. It provides an overview of your device, quick access to key settings, and helps manage your Microsoft account. Microsoft created interactive cards that represent various device and account-related settings, grouped by commonly accessed functions. Each card is optimized to offer the most relevant information and controls at your fingertips. In this release, you'll see up to 7 cards, with more coming soon, as Microsoft is beginning to roll this out, so the experience isn't available to all insiders in the beta channel just yet. Next to this, we have backup and restore improvements. Building on the App Restore feature Microsoft announced last year, Microsoft is introducing additional backup and restore capabilities in this build to make moving to a new PC easier than ever and to help app developers retain users across this new PC transition. The goal of these changes is to land users on a desktop that feels familiar to them and get them back to productivity within minutes on their new PC. Desktop apps that are available in the Microsoft Store can be restored by clicking on the app pin to get started. For apps that aren't available in the Microsoft Store, you'll be directed to the web to download the installer. So, these were the new things introduced to this build. Now talking about the changes and improvements in this build. For File Explorer, made some changes that should noticeably help improve the performance of the calculating phase when sending a large number of files at once in File Explorer to the recycle bin. For Cast, building off the cast improvements introduced with build 22631.2129, updated the cast flyout and quick settings with additional support for you in case you face any trouble discovering nearby displays, fixing connections, and more. For dynamic lighting, you can now instantly sync your Windows accent color with the devices around you with the Match My Windows Accent Color toggle under Effects for dynamic lighting via Settings, Personalization, Dynamic Lighting. Also added the ability to choose a custom color to light up your devices with. Now moving forward and talking about the fixes in this build. For taskbar and system tray, fixed an issue where after upgrading the Bluetooth icon in the system tray might not display in the system tray after upgrade even though your PC supported Bluetooth and the Bluetooth options were shown in settings. Fixed an issue where the new bell icon might be very difficult to see in some cases because it was using a dark outline when your taskbar was dark. Fixed an issue where the titles were missing from taskbar previews when turning on tablet-optimized taskbar while using uncombined taskbar. Fixed an issue where app icons on the taskbar would become empty, with no icon, in recent Insider builds after switching between desktops. Fixed an issue where if the taskbar was set to uncombined it would still show animations even if they'd been turned off. Disabled the setting for uncombining taskbar buttons on other screens by default when no secondary monitors are connected. Fixed an issue where using drag to rearrange icons in the overflow area wasn't working well when the taskbar was set to uncombined. Fixed an issue where uncombined taskbar's app indicators weren't shown correctly after it showed something was being downloaded. Fixed an issue where the hidden icons flyout might close unexpectedly when using keyboard navigation to move focus between icons. Talking about the fixes for input, fixed an issue where typing with the Japanese and Chinese emails may not have performed as expected in certain apps in the last few flights when you had selected the option to use the previous version of the email. If you are continuing to experience issues with this build installed, fixed an issue where when inking into a text field, if you were writing in Chinese, certain characters were being perceived as taps and not working. Fixed an issue where inking into a text field while magnifier was running was not working well as the ink was offset. Fixes for HDR wallpapers, fixed an issue which could cause sporadic Explorer.exe crashes when using an HDR wallpaper. Fixes for Task Manager, fixed an issue where Task Manager was crashing when using the Reset to Default button in settings. Did some work to help improve the performance when switching between different pages in Task Manager. For other fixes, fixed an issue which could cause sporadic Explorer.exe crashes when using an HDR wallpaper. So that was all from Microsoft for this build. If you want to know more, follow the link to the official Microsoft blog from the description. Hope it was useful. Consider like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. Thanks for watching and have a great day ahead.